Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we're here with happy, healthy thoughts and habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. Um, we're so glad that Robin's back on the scene. We've really missed her. I want to give a shout out to our producer, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. How you doing this morning, Robin?
I'm doing just fine.
Great.
I'm so excited to be here with you guys today.
So what do you have for us today, Robin?
Well, our guest, for those that are listening live, I'd like you to know that coming up is Linus Woods Mullins. She's going to join us shortly. Hi there, Linus. I was just introducing you. But before we got started, excuse me, I wanted to share a story with you guys from yesterday. So it's kind of a long story, so I'm going to try to make it fast. Anyway, I started to get like a little tiny sore throat on my right side of my neck yesterday morning. And I thought, oh, because I care for my 96-year-old mom too, right? So I'm really, really super careful about getting exposed to anything. But anyway, I had this little sore throat and it started to emanate up into my ear. And I thought, geez, what's going on? Because I feel like I'm pretty a healthy person. So I called the doctor and they said, go to urgent care. And I'm like, oh, shoots, I don't want to go to urgent care. But anyway, they said, get in your car, go down to Sutter Urgent Care and get looked at. So, okay. So I get in my car and I get in line and there's this whole driveway and you go in and there were only three cars ahead of me. And literally they triaged me in my car. The nurse came and took all kinds of vitals in my car. And then the doctor came and she examined me through my window. And then prescribed an antibiotic because she thinks I have a infected saliva gland, which I didn't know those could get affected. But apparently I have a little infection here that is nothing related to the virus. But I guess the moral of my story is if you know your body best, everybody. And if you feel like something is not right, no matter how small it is, we need to get that checked out and just call your doctor. They'll send you off to urgent care. And they were taking all kinds of insurances too. It wasn't just Sutter. They were asking what kind of insurance you had. And it was just so efficient. So I just wanted people to know that I had this wonderful experience with the urgent care people and how they handled me. And they were all gowned, all covered up with the paper gowns and everything. It was really quite remarkable. Now, I didn't get my prescription because Bel Air Pharmacy closes early nowadays which I think is really weird. During a health crisis, they're closing at 6:30 in the evening. But anyway, so I'm going to have to pick up my prescription this morning and get on my antibiotics. I feel okay. I don't feel great, but I have a little tiny sore throat inside so that's why I thought I should get this checked out. And I did, and it was nothing. So I just feel better now. I can still take care of my mom. I don't have to be worried about exposing anybody because it's not the cold, it's an infection. So that's my story. I wanted you to know about that.
Well, that's good. We want to know, what people are experiencing right now in terms of getting care and whether or not, we feel like we're bothering them because they're under such pressure sometimes and we don't get things checked out that could be nipped in the bud. That's good advice.
Yeah.
For our audience to let them know, it's okay to go get checked out. If you think something's going on, please go get checked out.
And my examination was in my car. I couldn't believe it. And it's like
that's different, isn't it?
And I took my little puppy with me, and she was sitting in the front seat watching this whole thing. It was just awesome. Anyway, it was a happy story, so I wanted you guys to know about it.
And now you have peace of mind.
Yes, absolutely. I really do. Because I was worried about, not being able to take care of my mom.
Now, does your mom live in the same house?
No, she has her own house, and we go and take her dinner every night.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So, there's Linus.
Hi, Linus. How you doing? You are muted.
I didn't. Okay. I didn't mute myself. Somebody else muted. Oh, I'm off mute now. Can you hear me?
There you go.
I'm fine. How is everyone?
Good. Let me introduce you, Linus, real quickly, and then
Yes.
and we can get right into it, whatever it is you wanted to talk to us about today, because I know it's going to be exciting. Um, So Lennis Woods Mullins is one of our holistic wellness coaches that comes and visits with us every so often, and we're always happy to have her. She's a holistic wellness expert for women over the age of 40. She's been doing this for a number of years. She's an author. She has an e-magazine. She's a coach. She's a mentor. And she helps women mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally take care of themselves. And for that, we really appreciate her and all her expertise. So anyway, Linus, welcome. And we're so happy you're here.
Thank you so much. It's great to be back with the Biz Chicks, talking about my favorite topic, how to be well, especially for women over 40. And today I wanted to talk about fitness at home. Since all of us are at home, or a lot of us are at home, how do you stay fit? And especially for those of you who are used to working outside the home. And at least you get in your car, you walk to your office, maybe take a break, and maybe walk with your coworkers and come back and work. And so now that particular dynamic, gotta scoot around here. That particular dynamic is gone. So how do you still keep in shape, or maybe even get more fit while you're at home? There's a couple of things that I think you should kind of think about in terms of your fitness. First of all, you don't have to change some of your regular routines. If you are someone who used to work outside the home and you used to go walking with your coworkers, you can still do that. Here's an idea. Usually for some of you, you might have a 15-minute break if you're into breaks, or you take a certain time during your work day to go walking. Well, you can still go outside and walk around the block, or walk in your backyard if you have a large backyard. There's nothing that says you can't go out and walk. I think some people are taking this locked in thing literally. They were not under martial law. They're not saying that we can't walk at all. We can't go outside of our homes at all. They're saying that we need to use wisdom and we need to be careful about keeping 6 feet away. But you know what? You can still walk with your coworkers if you want, even if you don't live in the same area. How do you do that? Well, you call them on FaceTime or WhatsApp or Messenger or whatever, or Zoom, whatever app you have on your phone that will enable you to see people that you're talking to. Walk with them and talk with them just like you used to when you were at work. You don't have to miss out that particular time. If you don't have that capability on your phone and you're still feeling like not motivated, go to YouTube, Google good walking music, and put it on and start walking with your music. You can also create a playlist if you don't already have one that you can listen to while you're walking. But the main thing is to not let go of that regular thing of walking every day, if you're especially used to it. Now, if you're at home and trying to figure out how to do a workout schedule and you haven't walked for a while, this is a perfect time to start. You may be in a lot during the day because of the new mandate, and that doesn't mean that you can't get out and start walking. Experts say that we want to get at least 20 to 30 minutes of movement in every day. You can walk around the block at a fast pace or a slow pace, just as long as you're walking. You can do it twice around the block to get in your 15 or 20 minutes or whatever, but that is one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is make sure you schedule your fitness time in an area that's been set aside for your fitness, whatever it is you're going to do. That kind of puts you in that zone to start working out, to start thinking, okay, now it's fitness time. I'm going to go to my space right here and work out, so that your mind and brain is already thinking about, okay, we're getting ready to work out. Yay, this is going to be fun. Make over your to-do list. Okay. If you normally go to the gym to work out, and a lot of gyms are closing right now, put it on your to-do list still. The same time that you would go to the gym, you can still go and work out at home. You don't have to say, well, I can't work in the gym, so I'm not going to do it. Keep your same schedule. Your body is used to you going somewhere and working out. So keep your same schedule. The only difference is that you're going to be working out at home and not at the gym. Now, there's all kinds of things that you can do in terms of the kinds of workouts that you can do. Go to YouTube and put in the search engine at-home workouts. And there are a plethora of at-home home workouts and choose one that is good for you. Now, you don't have to choose one that's super, super challenging if you haven't been working out in the past. Choose one that gets your heart pumping, that's fun to do, and switch up. Find 2 or 3 of them that resonate with you. And maybe one day you do one workout, another day you do another workout, instead of doing the same one over and over again, so that your muscles can be challenged. See if you can find something that's 15 to 20 minutes long. There are a lot of workouts on YouTube for women over 40 or women over 50 or whatever. Find that also. And there's also workouts on there for you and your partner, you and your husband to work out together. Make it fun. Make it a time during your day that you look forward to doing it. You can even start challenges if you want to. Like, for instance, start a push-up challenge or a sit-up challenge or squat challenge with one of your friends or coworkers, and then you report in over on FaceTime to see how you're doing. If you don't have any exercise equipment at home, that's okay. There's one thing that's really good that everybody has in their homes that you can use to get in shape. And I just wanted to demonstrate something. I hope you can see me all. Okay. This is a chair. And what you can do, for instance, see, I hope you can still see me, is you can sit down on the chair, for instance. This is just one exercise. Push out forward like that, and then start doing push-ups this way, which is really good for women because it helps with your, not just your biceps, but with that flab underneath the arm, and it begins to sculpt you. This is a wonderful way to get in shape. You engage your cores by tucking in your stomach muscles. It also helps with your thigh muscles. If you can do like 10 each, 3 repetitions of 10, that's fantastic, or even more. This could even be a challenge if you want to, because you are exercising your core if you keep your cores engaged, and you're also doing your triceps, your biceps, and it's a great way to get those happy hormones going because it feels good. Okay, that's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do with the chair are push-ups this way. That's one thing you can do. Make sure you have a steady chair, okay? Don't get when it's all rickety. That's one way you can do is push-ups. You can also use the back of your chair for, doing kicks to stabilize you. I don't know if you can see this or not, but doing kicks to stabilize you, that's another thing you can do to help with that gluteus maximus, of which I have plenty. There's also the use of your wall. You can stand with your back to the wall and then squat all the way down and hold it. That's a fantastic way to get your heart pumping, to strengthen your thighs, engage your cores, maybe hold it for 25 seconds or so. And remember, about 3 or 4 years ago, there was this whole thing going around in the internet about plank challenges. You can do planks. There's 2 ways. You can do them with your forearms on the ground, or you can do it with your arms extended. Go for 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. Challenge one of your friends on FaceTime to do the same. Get a challenge going on so you can support each other. I think one of the challenges of working at home, out of breath, one of the challenges of working out at home is staying motivated. Mm-hmm. And one way to stay motivated is to let others know that you're going to be starting a workout at home. Ask them to join you at the same time. Encourage each other and find out how each other's doing. Did you do your planks today? Did you do your push-ups? Did you do your chair exercise? And switching it up and finding different kinds of workouts to do. One other thing you can do is to go through your apps. There are some great workout apps that you have, and find an app that resonates with you. Some of them have trials, they're free. Some of them have free exercises you can do without having to go through the trial. Monthly payments range anywhere from $9.99 a month to $14.99 a month. It just depends on what you're looking for. But there's no reason during this particular time of being shut in and quarantining, or whatever status you're at, to still stay in shape. And you can definitely do it at home.
This is really, really great. Francine and I use an app called Walk at Home. And it's really reasonably priced. And of course, it has an introductory price. But I agree that we get so used to our routine that when it's disrupted this much, we're used to being flexible and pivoting. But this is really a major interruption. we have to keep as much of our schedule as possible. And I thank you that you have pointed that out, that fitness is really important during this time because we're all, occupied with whatever, that we need to pay attention to our fitness.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us are watching the television right now. I mean, we all are. So if you're going to be sitting there watching it, hopefully you'll have an exercise ball or something that you can sit on the exercise ball. And while you're sitting, and my exercise ball is all the way in the other room. I should have brought it in. But when you're sitting on the exercise ball, you can roll your hips around to unlock that hip joint, which is so important, especially after 40. It's one of the main reasons why a lot of people end up with hip replacements, because that joint there does not get exercise and not enough blood flow gets to that area. So sitting on an exercise ball is a great way to do it, because you have to engage your core and your gluteus maximus muscles to stay on the ball, so that you don't fall off the ball. And
Yes.
It's a great way. You can do all kinds of things while you're watching television with that ball. You can lie on your back, put your ball between your two knees and lift the ball up and down. Great way to exercise the cores. Do about 30 of those. If you can't do 30 in a row, you do 10, rest for a bit, do 10 more, rest for a bit, do 10 more. The whole thing about staying fit is not that you have to train like you're doing some kind of a triathlon or something like that. The whole thing of staying fit is that you are actually putting it on your radar to keep moving. Another thing that a lot of people don't do, but they should do, is stretching. That's really important to get the blood flowing to the joints. A lot of times, I'm a dancer, and one of the things from the time I was really young to even now, I never did like stretching. I never did. But whenever I actually did stretching, I did feel so much better. Mm-hmm. You can do stretching, to the side. I wish you could see. I don't know if you can see or not, but it doesn't have to be elaborate. You can stretch to your side. You can stretch to the front. This is really good to pull this up and kind of have your knees have your head go to your knees. There's all kinds of stretches that you can do that can help you get the blood flow going. And another thing about stretching is that it is really, really great for your endorphins and cardiovascular. First of all, cardiovascular, because if you hold the position, your heart keeps pumping. But in terms of the endorphins, it automatically starts giving you great happy hormones. Any kind of movement will give you happy hormones. And in this particular time, with everything that's going on, the more you can stretch, the better.
Oh, I love that idea. The other thing I love about this is that there is very little cost involved in this.
Right. No. In fact, if you don't have barbells, the 5-pound weights or whatever, you can use canned goods. I know a lot of us have canned goods right now. Mm-hmm. You can use canned goods to, do your curls and the other things that you do with weight training, because weight training for women is very important. So you want to do your planks, you want to do your push-ups, you want to do your curls. Those things are super important in terms of your bone health, because that helps with blood flow to the bones.
Wow.
Great ideas.
I really am starting to understand that stretching is important recently. And I don't know if it's because I've been sedentary, and I'm not usually sedentary, but I do feel a difference. I feel things changing. And so I need to do these things that you suggested to keep myself limber and keep what did you say, the blood flow going?
Yeah, keep the blood flowing. In fact, doing something like standing up. I'll do this again. If you're sitting at the desk all day, you're working on your computer, whatever, you're working from home, just stand up every once in a while and just move your shoulders. Get the blood flow going through your shoulders and stuff. That's really, really important. And then, lift up and, move your shoulders that way and just get all of that kind of stuff going, because we are not stick figures. We have joints. We were meant to move. And it's so important to stretch. Even if you do it for just 5 minutes, it makes a huge difference in terms of just how you feel. And the more blood you have circulating to your organs, the better you are helping your immune system. Exercise is a must for boosting your immune system. If you haven't exercised before, now is the time to start to exercise so that you can boost your immune system and help your immune system get that blood flow going to all of your body so that it can do the work for you. It's hard for the immune system to operate at optimum if the organs aren't getting nourished in regards to blood flow. And the whole thing about exercising is increased blood flow, because as you're exercising, your breathing that comes in, it turns that extra oxygen into fresh red blood cells. And because you're moving, it's just going throughout your body, including your brain. So it's super important, especially during this time of stress and being sedentary, that you move.
I love it.
Running in place. Nothing wrong with that. Your kids might look at you a little weird, but hey, you just tell them to come on and run in place. In fact, for those of you who have grandchildren and children at home at an extended period of time, working out with kids is always a lot of fun. Or if you have babies or little ones, using them as weights is a great way. Google on YouTube working out with babies, and up will pop all kinds of videos of where you see babies floating on people's feet and, be safe. But, use them as weight. I used to do that with my kids. It worked. And they love it. They love working out with them. So give those a try.
This is fantastic.
It's so cute.
I think sometimes we forget about these creative things that we would normally think of when we're going out to work or we're going about the routine before this interruption. And we need to get back to those things, that there are things that we can still do.
Yes, absolutely. I feel very fortunate. My husband years ago was in an accident and he hurt his back. And as part of this settlement, they basically gave him the same kind of quality gym that you would get at a workout place. So I can go to my workout gym and lift weights and do all of this. I mean, the full thing is there. The whole apparatus is there. But if that was not there, I would definitely figure out a way to still do the strength training, because that is so important.
Wow. Well, Nora says, great advice. I had a 2-hour drive going and coming from work, and my body is stressed. That's a lot of sitting, Nora.
Yes.
Wow.
Head rolls. And when you're doing head rolls, you have to be careful, okay? Because sometimes you're so tight that you don't realize that you're as tight as you are. But going up and down like this is really good. Taking your head to the side and pushing it this way is really good. That relieves your stress as well. This is really good to relieve stress, moving the ankles around. And let me tell you, the wrist around. Same thing with your feet as well. It's so important for us to keep our feet warmed up, especially if you're planning on going for a walk, okay? That's really important too. Our ankles have a tendency to get a little bit weaker. And sometimes people are afraid to run because they feel like their ankles are too weak. But start working with warming up your ankles and doing toe raises, raising up up to half toe. That's another way to strengthen your ankles, but also to work on your calf muscles and your thigh muscles. And if you are raising up on half toe, you also engage your core. Tuck in your core muscles as well. And that's a great workout and is a great cardiovascular. And if you can do your toe raises and go all the way up and hold it, wow, that's a great cardiovascular exercise, because you're holding a position, you're engaging your core, you're strengthening your calves, you're exercising your ankles and your thigh muscles as well.
Wow.
Hey, Terry, I have a question. You mentioned that you have this app called Walk at Home. Can you explain to me and to the viewers what that app is all about?
What it does is it starts out with you can set the amount of time you want to walk. She has various levels. So and she starts out gently with maybe a 5-minute walk, a 15-minute walk, and we build up to you're walking for approximately 60 to 90 minutes if you want to go that far, but you set your pace and you set the length of time that you want to do it. And then as you go through the different levels, she adds a little aerobics in there. But basically, it's designed so that you can walk in your home and there's a group of people on the screen and you're basically walking with her team. So you don't feel like you're walking alone, even though, you are in your home.
I love that.
Yes.
And what's it called? What's it called again?
Walk at Home.
Okay, great. That's a great app to recommend to everybody. Walk at Home. Okay,
Walk
I
at
have
Home.
to check that out.
Yeah. It's let me see here. It says Walk at Home, and the other one is Your Daily Walk.
Okay. And I wanted to say that, the experts say that you want to try to get at least 10,000 steps a day. And a lot of people think at 10,000, well, I don't have time for 10,000 steps, but you'd be surprised how many steps you take in the course of a regular day of just regular movement, not to mention the walking that you do. But if you want to look at increasing your steps, of course, you keep your pedometer or whatever you're using to trace your steps with you everywhere. That means walking to the bathroom, walking and cleaning up the house, walking to empty the trash. All of those are steps. And what I try to do first thing in the morning when I first get up, I have my prayer time and my meditation time. And then that's when I actually get up and kind of prepare the house before my husband wakes up. So I make the coffee, I sweep, I light the candles. I do all this stuff, but it all involves movement instead of waking up, fixing the coffee and sitting down. You keep moving, and you'd be surprised how that energizes you for the rest of the morning. And it also, if you develop some kind of a ritual that you like to do in the morning that involves movement, when you don't do it, you miss it. And one other thing that I think is really good for people who are looking for a good workout that is low impact to the joints, it's yoga. Now, I know some people have issues with yoga because of their religious beliefs, and I don't even want to get into all of that because yoga is not a religion. It's a form of movement. It is grounded in Eastern philosophy, but you don't have to do mantras or whatever when you're doing yoga. But people who don't do it, they're missing out. It is an excellent way of reducing stress. Studies have shown that yoga does reduce cortisol levels, which is so important for midlife women. It's an excellent way to get more flexible, and flexibility gets harder as you get older, but those joints still need nourishment from blood flow. And so this is one way to get those joints to the blood flow and hopefully minimize the possibility of getting hip replacements. I don't remember people getting hip replacements when I was a little girl or growing up. Maybe they just suffered, or maybe they were, no one talked about it, but there seems to be an increase in all of that. Some of studies have shown that one reason was because of the aerobic generation, when we were doing all that hopping up and down on hard surfaces, which I'm so glad I never did because I was doing ballet at the time, which is another kind of abuse to the body. But that's why you have a lot of dancers and a lot of fitness people who did aerobics who are getting hip replacements now because that was just too hard on them. So when you're doing So when you're doing exercises, be aware of the floor that you're using. If you can, don't do it on a concrete floor, do it on your hardwood floor, do it on an exercise mat, or even the carpet if you want to. I am really more for low impact flow exercise. I'm not as much into that high impact jumping all over the place because you can injure yourself. You can get just as much of a workout, burn just as many calories, stay just as much in shape if you ease into your workout and warm up first. It drives me crazy when I see this stuff on these apps and there's nothing about a warm up. There are different phases of your exercise routine, and part of it is warming up and cooling down. Both of those things are really, really important. So when you're looking for an app, look for an app that instructs you on that piece, because that is a core value of a good workout routine, is having those components.
So you like those walk at home apps because she does do warm up and cool down. And she does have people doing it at different levels on the screen at the same time. So you can pick your level. Now, let me say this. I want to know, what do you think about people dusting off that equipment that we've got in our homes? I've got a Pilates machine. Ask me, have I used it? But because now I can't really go to the place that I considered my physical exercise place,
Mhm.
I'm thinking about actually taking the clothes off the Pilates. Off the
I say
Pilates.
if you have it, then use it. Because if you don't
You
use
know
it,
what I'm
you're gonna
saying?
lose it.
And
You
use
know?
it. So maybe I'll look at some videos today and at least try
Yeah.
to do 15 minutes on my Pilates machine. Maybe
I
I'll
love
start with
Pilates.
5 and build
I
up.
love Pilates. In fact, I have right here on my desk because I'm getting ready to create a video because I'm certified in Pilates. Everything
What?
Pilates book. Yeah, I'm certified in Pilates. I'm certified to teach it and all of that. And I haven't really taught it, and I do it every day because it was so easy for me to learn it because I'm a dancer. But I am thinking about putting together a combination Pilates and yoga instructional, not DVD, but MP4 or something like that I'll circulate. That will give people a really nice, quick, fast, low impact routine using all parts of your body without, wearing yourself out and hurting yourself, but still seeing a difference in your body over time. Pilates is wonderful. It's low impact. It's great with stretching. I don't know which Pilates machine you have, but they're all good. I would say, girl, go ahead and do you. Give it a try.
Well, I will give it a try.
Give it a try. Absolutely.
So, ladies, I
And
suggest if you got some exercise equipment in your house that you stop using it for a clothes rack, and because that's what mine is right now. It's actually holding my luggage. You know what I'm saying?
wow. Wow.
So I'm gonna
Wow.
take the
Yeah, I
luggage
get it.
off since travel is restricted. And use the Pilates machine. Oh my
I
gosh!
get it.
And
Yeah,
it could be as simple as getting that exercise ball out of the corner of your room and putting it in front of the
exactly. I have
television,
one of
right?
those.
Could be
Yeah.
that
And
easy.
I don't know how
Oh
many
my
people might
gosh!
have
And
medicine balls or not. A lot of people don't have medicine balls, but if once again, the infamous canned goods, it's a great way for you to sit down. Let me see if I can demonstrate this here a little bit. You're sitting down, you lift your legs up, okay, and you take the medicine ball and you go to each side like that to engage your cores. You can use that with cans. It's fantastic use with cans. It's hard to do it with this chair because this is not ergonomically correct. But let's say these are my knees that are up, and I'm taking the canned good, whatever that is, and taking it from side to side. That will work with your muscles on the side of your stomach, which a lot of times as women, we don't work as much. The plank does that as well. The plank works really well. Oh, here's another thing. If you're sitting at your desk, okay, and you need to stretching standing up is fine, but also push your chair back, put your legs up, and stretch this way as well. That will give you a great stretch as well. Use the things that you have at home. You'd be surprised how many things you have at home that will give you the ability to stretch. Sometimes you're on a conference call and you're talking, and you can be stretching like
oh my gosh! Well, my daughter was doing that yesterday. My daughter and my granddaughter were holding their leg up, and I was like, "Really, people?"
Great way to lift up, to strengthen the muscles and to get them going. And they're on the phone on a voice call. They don't know what you're doing.
Exactly. And I used to work in a call center, and I would take my weights in because we sat all day, and my exercise ball, and I would sit on the ball, and I would do this. They actually came and interviewed me because I was one of the few people moving around in there. Because you're in a cubicle by yourself, and you're talking to people all day with a headset.
Yep.
Come on, people. This is not healthy. We got to use.
No,
I
we've
was
become too sedentary.
4 to 6 hours a day simply by going to work. So I was like, okay.
And also, if you're sitting and working, be aware of your posture. We will, and even people with the best posture, because I've always had excellent posture because of dance. So many years of dance, it just gets beat into, But if you're sitting for a long time, you begin to sit into your hips, okay? That's what causes some of the hip spread, because I've had a little bit of hip spread because of that. But if you can sit up, there's a big difference. And that engages your cores, and it helps strengthen. If your cores get stronger, then your back gets stronger, and you're less likely to have back issues. So when you find yourself slumping, Just
Uh-huh.
sit back up again and do it for as long as you can. And over time, your core will get stronger, your back will get stronger, and it'll be more second nature. It's not too late to create new muscle memory, no matter what the age is. I think I just in my group, somebody shared a story about somebody who started working out at 70 or something like that. And you should see her. It's unbelievable shape. She's got all these muscles and just ripped everywhere. Got wrinkles though, but she's ripped. So
Well, Brenda says, I love Pilates for the same reason. Yoga, I fall asleep. She says, I don't use any equipment or machines, just gravity and a mat. I use, what is this? Blogletties in,
Boglet.
in YouTube. So is that like a blog for Pilates? Huh. Brenna, tell us
check that
what
out.
Blogletties is. It sounds like it might be something I can use with my Pilates machine.
Yeah.
You know, she says, I like to move. And Jerry's saying hi to us. Hi, Jerry. It's good to see you here. Wow. So, guys, let's dust off the equipment, or let's dust off the cans or the water bottles, whatever we need to make some of this stuff happen. Because, you know, I can feel a difference in what's going on here with my ability in my arms. And I know it's because my routine has changed, and I'm going to have to do something about that.
Okay, I just pulled up the site. It's called Blog Ladies, like she said, and it's on YouTube. But she also has a site too, and she has a bunch of videos on here that are working different parts of the body. She has over 4 million subscribers, so she's doing something right. Awesome. She's been around for about 10 years. She just celebrated her anniversary, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Check it
So is
out.
she using a Pilates machine, or is it just like?
It doesn't look like it. It looks like she's using a lot of her own body weight. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to check it out too, Brenna. Thank you.
That is so perfect. That's exactly what we like to hear on this show.
Yes.
All these great ideas. I mean, actually, the shelter at home thing is an opportunity for us to take a look at how we spend our day, and to weave in, 15 minutes of exercise here, 15 minutes of exercise there, turn off the television.
Yes.
I mean, it's just I look at it as an opportunity to relook at how I spend my time, because I'm now just getting back into work.
Hi, everyone. Oops, sorry.
That's okay. But anyway, this was so perfect, Linus. Perfect timing for us to have you on the show, and for you to remind us how easy it is for us to just do something for ourselves at home without a lot of cost or commitment or anything. It just
yes. This is something we all can do. Mm-hmm. And I agree. This is so timely because people have time on their hands that they're not used to having.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And they have responsibilities that they're not used to having. Mm-hmm. That may have them limited. So I thank you for opening up this window of our imaginations, so that we can get back to taking care of ourselves, so that we can take care of others.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now, Robin, what is your cat's name?
That one is Pee-wee.
What's her name?
Her name is Pee-wee. She was the tiniest little kitten when I got her, like just fit in my hand. So she's always going to be a tiny kitten to me, even though she's a full-grown cat.
That's so cute.
We saying hi to Pee-wee too.
Oh, this was so perfect, Linus. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was fun. Thank you.
It was fun.
I needed this timing-wise. This is just because I'm actually loving the time I'm spending with my family at home, and just appreciating. Like we had St. Patrick's Day dinner the other night, and just my family, and it was just lovely. I had less than 10 people in the home. But, we're practicing social distancing and all that good stuff, and so you just vigilant and be smart about how you conduct your life, and we'll be okay. We'll get through this.
Yeah, and I want to say from an emotional wellness standpoint,
Mhm.
monitor how much you do monitor the news and everything that's going on. One of the
Mhm.
things that I've noticed, and I've noticed this many times before, whenever we have some kind of crisis going on, when they're waiting for more news to come in, they're repeating the same thing
Yes.
over and over
Mhm.
and over again. And sitting and just listening to that is just, I mean, who can't after a while begin to get anxious or worried or upset or even
Mhm.
depressed?
Mhm.
So monitor how you monitor the news, and take a break and work out. Read a book, watch a funny movie, listen to music that is uplifting, call a friend, journal, but get from in front of that stream of negative consciousness, because the news is negative right now. There's not a
Mhm.
lot of good news. There are some things to celebrate in terms of what's going on here, and that is the opportunity to do things that you haven't had a chance to do before because you felt like there's no time.
Mhm.
Well, you might have some time now. So why not take this time to go ahead and do some of the things you've always wanted to do? And spending time with family is really a blessing in disguise to be able to do that, no matter how much they might get on your nerves from time to time.
Yes. Now, um, I believe we have some more comments over here. Let me show this one, Brenna. I'm getting 40 succulent plants ready for sale to a lady gardening today. So today she's outside gardening. And then
Nice.
Francine said, see the benefits in the crisis, which is, I think, what you just stated in
Hmm.
a different way, Linus. And then here you go, Robin. Jerry Scott says she has a cat just like that.
This is a great time for animals for emotional support. I really miss our dog. He passed away last year in September, or she passed away last year in September, but I really miss her because she always seemed to know. She would be right here. She was really dark, so sometimes I would trip over her because I wouldn't know she was there, because she was huge, but she was so quiet. And she had such a gentle spirit. So, for those of you who have pets, this is a great time to
Mhm.
cuddle up to them and take comfort in their sweet spirits.
It's true.
Fantastic.
With that bit of wisdom, it's 8:49 already. We should
I
probably
know.
close the program, even though this has been so much fun.
We want to thank you so much, Robin. You always have such great guests. Thank you again, Linus. You always bring us information that helps us live better. Live better and enjoy life more. So thank you for that. Ladies,
Thank you.
we want to remind you that if you're looking for Robin, Robin, where can we find you on the web? Where
Well, I have a Facebook page called I Am Robin Shimizu, and I've got my business page and my personal page. I don't really have a website yet, so I'm working on that.
So if we're looking for you on your business page, we're gonna just do Robin Shimizu.
That's right. Mhm.
Okay. And then Linus, where can we find you?
You can find me wellnesswoman40.com, and through wellnesswoman40.com you can get to all of my social media, my online classes. I'm coming up with a new set of online classes, and I'll be posting it on BizChicks, classes that will be affordable and informative. We just got through doing a class on how to boost your immune system. I had planned on doing the class even before this happened, but it's not so much addressing boosting your immune system for the virus, but just overall the things you need to be doing. So classes like that, they last less than an hour. You get a whole bunch of information and downloads from me, basically summarizing what I taught you, and other great information that will help you to be well in your mind, body, and spirit, especially during these chaotic times.
This is beautiful. So thank you so much, ladies. Robin, do you want to have the final word?
No, I'm good. I'm just so happy that we had this subject, and I'm actually very enthusiastic about starting something, Linus. I'm going to go get that chair. I think
I
the
was going to say, we should dance it out. We should dance it out right now. Just up and move around.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a dancer, right? Okay, look here, guys. Don't forget,
Thank you so
go to
much.
the front of your own life. Have a great day. Let's have that music, Fran.